All right, is this? I don't think they still fix my shit. I even sent messages to YouTube. Fix my shit. What's going on, guys? Got some new additions to the Flat Earth Mobile. We are going to be even more business than we are. Let me try to put this proper. The leg to the bike is in the way. Da, da, da. Working it hard, guys. Here, this is my tinfoil hat, if you want to call it tinfoil. Now it's does your YouTube, I don't know, now my screen's different than it was before. I don't know. Is the stream even working? Why is it like that now? What is this stuff? Hide live video. I don't know. Who's ever pissing around with my YouTube, you're going to get a licking. Now my screen has round edges all the way around. Before it used to be 3/4 of the screen. However you get your fancy on, whatever. If you like trying to destroy me with all your laughter and your insults, which means that it's a globe now, right? So for those globies out there, can you please go measure the curvature? You're getting disgusting with all your insults. I'm not sure what the length of my fingernails have to do with the shape of the earth. I love logical observations. Good to see you there. I like going on my bike sometimes when I go live because it just allows me to go longer and not get lazy. So I have been lazy over the last week. I'm not sure exactly what's happening from minute to minute of my life, so I gotta sit here and wait and wait and wait and do nothing, just jump towards the phone call, you know, type of thing. That's what I do, wait in life. No scheduling, no organization skills. I've got all those things. No time frame, no concept of time. Time goes on forever, supposedly. But we will continue on with the bike here. See if we can do 45 minutes, would be perfect. I've got some pretty cool ass legs, but it's this whole fatness in my face I gotta get rid of. So we gotta sweat and sweat and sweat some more, folks. I did burn my hand. I've got a little bit of a welt. I'm trying to season my cast iron pan, neglecting to understand that you need to cover the entire handle with a towel, not just part of it. So trying to cook up some cornbread eventually, whether it's today or tomorrow or a month from now. We've got a new addition to the Flat Earth Mobile. I may still pick up a smaller TV, but we've got a 40-inch or 42-inch. I have no idea what size it is because the lady I bought it from is clueless of the size of TV she had. Not sure how that works, but so we have the new inverter, 400 watt inverter, plugged into the back of the car because I have an outlet in the back. And of course the new TV. Not new, but it's probably 10 years old. Looks well used. I do not agree with the connection with the all-in-one remote because it didn't come with a remote, so that's kind of annoying. I would probably end up getting a 32-inch Friday with the remote, and it actually has a internal side-mounted DVD. Hopefully that works. He's checking that out as we speak. And I have my little wonderful adapter because it is not a smart TV. And so what? You need Wi-Fi for that. So at least that's my understandings. Because how are you going to connect to YouTube without Wi-Fi? I know you can use your phone for data, for hotspot, but I prefer not to do that. Because sometimes you lose connection. So here's another one. I have my little adapter plugs into the bottom of the phone, and then you hook up an HDMI cable to that. And now your phone is mirrored up on the TV. And now your phone becomes a computer laptop finger pad. And so now you scroll as you watch the mouse cursor on your TV move around, double clicking on the videos you want to present to the sheep. So that's what we'll be doing Saturday night, because I thought it was Friday. I do have my lawyer's appointment on Friday, but either way, Saturday we will be going to the Cathedral Arts Festival, street fair, vendors, sometime early afternoon, and then we will work our way to the park for a second live stream in the park Saturday evening, alerting all the sheep. So that's what we're going to be doing, or at least that's what I will be doing. 30 minutes so far because I was biking before I started filming. I guess logical observations is the only one wanting to talk. So again, we need to double check if my videos are mirrored. Are my videos still mirrored? It looks like that to me anyways. If somebody could tell me, that would be wonderful. Looks like I may have to contact YouTube again. So, yeah. Where are you pedaling to? The moon. It's not far. It should only take me, 3 or 4 hours probably to get there. It's only 50 or 70 miles, so it's not too bad. And if you guys think the moon is any further than 70 miles, again, you're going to have to come up with some proof. I don't need proof because I know it's close, okay? We are going to do some experiments later on. Actually, I should show that video again. I do have a video of me pointing my laser at the moon. This was a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago. And I recorded my 7-watt laser going to the moon, and then when it comes in contact with the moon, the light becomes curved all of a sudden. So you explain to me why that light is bending or curving. And it does not happen until I touch the moon. Okay, we're going to try this again. For you people who are paying attention, is this mirrored? Should take you about 20 seconds to answer that. Shouldn't take you 5 minutes. Hopefully somebody's paying attention. See, it's still taking too long. I'm reading it backwards. Okay, that's very weird. I have not been able to figure it out, why it's backwards, and why now my video is totally different than it was 2 weeks ago. So, I've got rounded edges on my screen, and it's actually smaller than my actual phone. It looks like I'm actually recording on a TV from 1962. Because of the curved edges, remember? Not bowed like a boob tube. I'm talking the rounded edges of a screen. So I'm not sure why that's happening. Seems to switch month to month. But as you've noticed from the last phone call I had that I posted, for those of you who do not watch any of my videos, I would highly recommend going to listen to that phone call. Don't know if you can see my welt there. Yeah, you can see it from the cast iron pan that I neglected to cover the entire handle with. So again, if anybody has any suggestions or ideas how to fix my mirroring effect on my YouTube streams, and remembering it has nothing to do with my actual phone camera, because I've been through those settings 152 times, okay? So we need to figure out why YouTube itself is flipping my videos, my live streams only. Because when I take a selfie of myself with my phone, it's not flipped. So hopefully we can figure this out, because I don't know where to go. I've checked out many videos on YouTube. So it's going to be a very entertaining day Saturday. There'll be a couple of streams happening. Like I said, one will be the street fair. Second will be Saturday evening in the park, or wherever I decide to go. But I eventually will be in the park. Truth Earth Whisperer, good to see you there. How was the art festival? Well, it doesn't happen until Saturday, at least the vendors. Add vitamin E to your burn to prevent scarring. Flip Flat, good to see you there. Can we please get a Yo Adrain, whatever does that mean? Flip Flap, not sure what that means. I don't know what Adrain means. Maybe I'm clueless. $37. Hopefully we can get to 45. Oh yeah. There is no tomorrow! Right? There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow, folks. Probably pretty soon when I get my StreamYard hours back. Oh, shit. I think that's actually Thursday I do, but anyway. Oh. We are going to switch over to a few little interesting things on YouTube, at least on the channel. There's a lot of things that are being held from us, guys. What happens to us when we're sleeping? You've got to be doing more research, guys. They're really trying to dumb us down on everything. You have to start getting rid of all the bullshit before you go to bed. Connect with your brain, because you go somewhere else at night. 100% guaranteed. Because you want to know something? Sleeping is the same thing as being dead. You need to figure out your dreams and pay attention to them. Because you go somewhere else every single night. You need to do the research on this. There's been studies done on it. It's just not my opinion. I don't give opinions. I want facts. You guys know that. Oh, sweating like crazy here. Look at that there. Almost 40 minutes. Seeing the whole thing, guys. Time doesn't exist. Not even close. You need to figure out what year we're in, even if there are years, okay? There are religions that are counting differently. Supposedly we're in the year 4 or 5,000, okay? So who's right and who's wrong? Remember, religions are only a belief. I'm not trying to raise any trouble in the community. Religions are a belief. You have faith. Let's spin the wheel and get some facts, okay? There are a lot of metaphors out there in religious land, okay? I don't believe in flat earth, guys. I know it. Okay, I'm just saying, I've got nothing against the creator because I can provide proof that he exists. Okay? I'm not a guy who understands or believes in a solid, dense object walking across water. It'll never happen, guys. Never have. Okay? And I'm saying this from a very truthful and honest heart. Okay? But keep your religion to yourself. I would like to talk about facts. Okay, so you got to do some research. I've got some short videos on this whole temple of yours. How we take a lot of things here and put them towards the Bible. Because that's not a word. Bible is not a word, folks. Bible is not a word. Okay? Need to do the research. I'm just saying, man, I have nothing against religion. Okay? You need to know that. But I like to deal with facts. Okay? So the whole Israel thing, you need to look that up on TikTok or Facebook. It's the 3 right here. You can look it up on my videos. I have something on Israel. Israel is not an actual physical place, okay? We named it a physical place. But it comes from us, okay? 33 vertebrae. Okay? Jesus was 33. Supposed Jesus. The metaphor of Jesus. Okay? You need to look that up. Okay? Whew, this is a good workout, guys. We've got Sandro. Good to see you there. Ralph. Yeah, look up the Book of Wisdom. on TikTok. You will learn so much about how faith, religion is 100% us. You've got to do the research, man. Were you not upset when you heard about the lie of the globe? Well, the truth is that it's flat. So do the truth research on religions. Okay? So there are religions. Let me bring out one. Again, I have nothing against your belief systems. If you want to believe in Santa Claus when you're 45 years old, then go right ahead. Doesn't make them real. There is a religion which does not allow you to kill anything that is alive. Something rather, I don't take those words for 100% granted, alive on the body. Okay? So, you're not allowed to cut your hair. Okay? You know who I'm talking about. People who wear turbans. Your hair is not alive. When it reaches the scalp, it's dead. This is why you don't feel pain when you cut your hair. And obviously, your fingernails are dead too. I can vouch for it, because I don't cut them. Is that a problem for you? There is a religion out there that you are not allowed to drink coffee. I'll say that again, guys. You're not allowed to drink coffee. Holy moly, guys. It's not right. You're not allowed to drink coffee. Unbelievable. Religions control people. They control their lives. They control everything about their lives. Just live your life, guys, okay? Remember, these are just belief systems. Just do it. Live your life, man. Stop living in a prison, okay? And for other people, they take the Saturday and rest. I don't remember seeing that in the damn Bible, guys. The Bible. He did not rest on the fucking Saturday. Okay, folks? He rested on Sunday. Let's start thinking and use your minds. Again, people cannot do things on these certain days. You know what? I'm going to do what I want, when I want, and any certain freaking day there is. Okay? Unbelievable. Stop letting religions and belief systems control you. It's not working, man. And getting back to the mind, to your dreams. What happens at night, folks? Please do the research. We will be bringing this up in the next few weeks. I do have some videos to show you. And remember, there's been studies done on this. Ouch. And they're being hid from us, okay? They don't want you to remember your dreams. And I've mentioned this before. At night, in a very, very dark room, or put the blanket over your face. Close your eyes. Pay attention to what you're looking at. Because I see things. You need to clear your mind and become one with yourself. Ignore all the bullshit, all whatever. You need to slow down in life. Stay away from all those mind-altering substances, and you will think and see clearly what I'm seeing. I am not joking when I see the outlines of faces. I don't see the face itself, but I do see the outline. Okay? Possibly other things. But you need to pay attention when you close your eyes. Don't look in front of you. Look beyond. With your eyes closed, are you understanding? Looking beyond. Trust me, you will see things. So is that the beginning stage of going into somewhere else at night? I have no idea, but I see things, guys. And again, I'm not hallucinating. I have never done drugs or drank a day in my life. This is probably why I can see things without those altering substances that destroy your body. So, what am I at here? Holy cow, 49 minutes. Oh, that's enough for me, man. Slow down here for a minute. Again, the Son of God. Can you explain to me who or what that is? Because who created the sun? We all know that. Come on, guys. Think. Yes, the Creator. The Son of God walked on water. You see it at the ocean. You see that sunbeam reflecting off the ocean as if it's walking on water. Come on, folks. I'm not trying to be an asshole here. I'm just trying to get you guys to think. I don't believe in things. I know things. I know there's a creator. I know there's a firmament. Telling you, man. Shit my ass. Oh. All right. Let's slow this down a bit. Oh. Daryl Dessa, good to see you, brother. Sundays are great for resting. Yeah, Mikey getting ready for fight. I made my son stop believing in Santa Claus when he turned 10. He is now 13. Beautiful. Some of Mikey says something about hair. Yeah, if I had if I had a fuzzy wuzzy bear, I thank the Lord for my fuzzy wuzzy hair. Oh, fuck. Oh. I wanted to burn off some calories because we're having some leftover funeral food, sandwiches and shit like that. What's the word I'm looking for? Cold cuts. Yeah, and so like, I'm not getting naked. I'm just taking my shirt off. Yeah. Oh, shit. Anyways, I don't have any muscles whatsoever in my arms. Oh, well. It's all in my legs. I can push a car down the street if I needed to. Anyways. Where was I going with that? I read something here. Oh yeah, dreaming. So yeah, we've got the big TV in the back of the car. We've got the inverter going. We got power. We got YouTube going, man. We're going to show them my videos on YouTube. We're going to show them the firmament and yes, the stars and whatever else I got on there. Look at my finger. I burnt my hand on a cast. It looks like a pyramid. I'm a Freemason that's been casted, branded, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I've had dreams of me like I'm running and I just can't get anywhere. I'm running as hard as I can and I'm not getting anywhere. I've had multiple dreams of me being in airplanes and they're going to crash, but I do wake up before they crash. My birth father actually has dreams of him being a pilot. So that is a very, very interesting connection there. I've had a dozen, 20 dreams of planes. Me being in the plane and it just feels like it's going to fall out of the sky, or it starts to this, or when we lift off, it just doesn't feel right. That started probably before 9/11-ish. Actually, I can confirm that. It probably started a few years before that. These are my orthotics that I put in my shoes because of my horrible feet that I got. Where's my sandals? Yeah, I go directly from shoes to sandals, or sliders, or whatever, flip-flops, whatever you want to call them. But because I cannot walk on the floor, it is not good. Running is impossible in dreams. What else? I've had some really. Oh yeah, that was the other dreams. I've had dreams of being. Last night I had dreams I was driving truck again. While I was the passenger in the semi truck. I was doing the shifting for the driver for some reason. I don't know why. But I've had lots of dreams of me being like really high mountaintops or cliffs. Like I'm talking like 1,000 feet. And I want to jump off into the water below it for some reason. I have no idea why I have those dreams. I had one the other day too. I was higher up somewhere. And I don't know why. I always want to jump off, or sometimes I do. There was one dream I had. I was actually in the firmament. This was even before I even thought the firmament was there. This would have been within the last 8 years, maybe. No. Yeah, maybe within the last 10 years, maybe. That was kind of weird. I was looking around, like I was up there just looking around, and yeah, there's some weird dreams, man. But yeah, pay attention to your dreams. If you can, write them down. And what I mean by if you can, obviously you have to remember it to write it down. Remember, we're asking questions, thinking. I'm not just stating if you can, if you know how to write. No, if you remember, then you can write down the dream. You can't just wake up and write it down because you may have not remembered the dream. Did you touch the firmament? I don't know. As of right now, I would not be able to go back to driving truck. I should not even be driving my car. I have no feeling in my feet. It's kind of hard to drive a semi truck with 13 to 18 gears and a clutch with no feeling in your feet. Not good if you get into an accident. No. And I don't think I'm ever going to get my feeling back in my feet. My feet are as dead as can be as of right now. It is like having your feet fall asleep 24 hours a day. So try to deal with that, and you do your daily activities or whatever you need to do. Go to Walmart, walk up and down stairs, try to adjust your feet in relation to uneven pavement or cracks in the road or potholes or anything that you're stepping up on or off of, especially curbs or steps, ramps, anything. So it is very hard to, my feet have been bothering me like crazy at night. I'm staying awake most of the night due to my feet because I'm in pain and discomfort 24 hours a day. I'm uncomfortable right now, and I will be from now until years from now. So it's not fun. Yeah, anyways. Can the you're serious? You want to call them doctors? If they could, they would have fixed it already. No, unless you're going to give me new feet, it ain't going to happen. No. So a guy gets his arm cut off. You're going to go to the doctor and, hey, doc, can you fix my arm for me? Yeah, let's give you some pain medication. Maybe your arm will go back. Fuck. Oh, hi, doctor. What are you doing there, buddy? Yeah, I would prefer, like, see, sometimes I take my footwear off, whatever I'm wearing, and drive my car because, well, generally I do that with sandals because sometimes the sandals fall off and I don't even know they're off. So that's not good because if I need to press the brake and there's a sandal behind the brake, I don't stop. Hopefully my car will stop for me at that point because I do have the self-braking safety stuff, but I don't want to test that out. So I know it has in the past because I've tested it out, but actually one of my friends tested it out. He actually stood in front of my car and my car stopped about a foot from him. I did not touch the brakes. The car noticed that there was something in front of my car and stopped. I wasn't going fast, maybe, 10 or 15 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour or something. Anyways, enough talking. I need to have a shower, and we're going to have meat and sandwiches and stuff. So, there's the wonderful Rachel. Hey, Rachel, what do you think? How do you like these muscles? I don't work out with my arms. The only thing I use my arms for is feeding my face. I would like to get some dumbbells and at least tighten up my chest and maybe my arms or something, but what can you do? I don't need to impress anybody. Push-ups. Yeah, I don't know about push-ups. That requires energy, and I got tons of energy. What am I talking about? Yeah. And Rachel, I have no idea why you never email me. Trust me, when you email me, if you ever do, you will understand why you emailed me. There is a lot of people out there who just don't get me. I'll give you a hint. I have emailed Brenda a few times. So maybe you can figure that one out. What about the love and locking eyes with that lady? Oh my God. I don't know what you're talking about. The love for what lady? I don't want to waste my time with women, thank you very much. No, thank you. Push-ups. I'm only going to do push-ups, Rachel, if you sit or stand on my back. I don't even know how that would even happen. I would have to be doing push-ups for a few years in order to be doing that, eh? Anyways, I need to take my pants off so I can go have a shower. So I'll take you guys. Oh, you guys want to come? I will talk to you guys later, if I said that right. Hey, here's another one for you guys. Here's another one for you guys. I hope in the future that I don't offend anybody, but here's my explanation for that. What I'm doing is narrating on my videos, okay? So please don't take an offense to anything that does take an offense. If it does, please notify me immediately and I will fix that problem. I don't know how, but whatever. So again, if I'm upset with anything or I call somebody fat, I'm just narrating, okay? End of story. Can't do one push-up after my surgery. Yeah, no kidding. Wow, yikes. I used to do 10 sets of 50. I used to do 0 sets of 0. How about that one? Oh, I gotta go have a shower, guys. But yeah, for those of you who came in late, Saturday is the day. We're going to the Cathedral Arts Festival. The vendors, there's gonna be thousands and thousands of people there Saturday. We'll be there Saturday early afternoon, and then Saturday night we're going to the park, setting up the TV in the back of the car, and I will be playing my YouTube videos for the sheep that are in the park. All right, guys. Yeah, you guys are all fantastic. Lots of hugs. Lots of hugs and kisses for those of you who want them. I don't bite unless you want me to. But yeah, let's do it up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do, 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 do. You don't like women or they don't like you. Hey, that's a good one. No, women love me. I have lots of women friends, that's for sure. And they're too chirpy for me. Hey, for every one of you that are married, you don't have a wife, you have a boss. And I don't want a boss, okay? If I want to go spend $2,000 on a snowblower, I'm going to go do it. I don't have to get her approval or for her to tell me to do that or disagree. I will go and buy that $2,000 snowblower. Okay? If that's a problem for you women out there, I would highly recommend leaving your husband because you are trying to control him. He is not your slave puppy, okay? So get a life and move on and let your husbands do what they want to do in relation to buying what they want to buy, okay? And obviously respect you as a woman, but still, he doesn't need your permission to go buy a snowblower or go buy that new stereo for the living room, okay? He will go do it without you complaining, right? Thank you for listening. And yes, Ryan, I please don't be upset with me if you are. The other day, I just want to explain. I see this this thing. Like, I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it because, again, I have bosses and I'm not even married. We need to start listening as a community too. I know there's lots of things people want to talk about because everybody knows everything and the water's wet, fire's hot. Yeah, well, let's talk about it for 14 hours a day, okay? But you need to listen. Listening is a skill. There are times when I'm even running my YouTube channel, my stream, and I can't even talk on my own stream because there are 2 other people talking for literally 5 minutes continuously, which makes absolutely no sense. That is a run-on sentence. I don't talk like that. I get to the point. And I allow for pausing for somebody to come into the conversation. We just can't And there's 3 other people in here, but they can't talk because I'm still talking. It's conversation, not a story. I'm just saying, there was lots of people not listening. There are 2 or 3 people trying to talk at once. That is absolutely frustrating to me to even listen to. Because I don't know who to listen to because you got 2 or 3 people talking at the same time. And here's a bit of advice. This is only advice. You can do what you want. It's your YouTube channel. But if it's my YouTube channel and I want to say something, I'm going to fucking talk. So allow me to talk. It's respect. And plus, if you're playing a video with noise and narration and background sound, shut the fuck up and play the video. Press pause, then talk. Because I can't fucking hear you when you're playing 14 videos in the background and narration. I can't hear you. It's either that or turn the volume down on the video and then you overtalk the video. But you can't overtalk the video when the volume is at 80%. I'm just giving advice. I don't do that because it's freaking annoying. If you want to talk, turn the fucking video off. And I'm saying this in a nice way. I'm not pissed off. I'm frustrated. It's annoying. I'm just saying, man. Pick one or the other. You can't vacuum your house with a shop vac and ask your wife what she's just asked you. You can't hear the fucking lady talk. Turn the fucking vacuum off and then talk. You can't go outside and cut the lawn with a lawnmower with a 5 or 6 horsepower engine revving up through the weeds or the grass while having a fucking conversation. You can't do that. When you go to the opera, you sit there and listen, do you not? You don't sit and talk with the 14 people beside you in front of you. Come on, people. It's just common sense. It's easy to do. You see how I'm pausing? Oh, wait, let me go blare some music in the background while I'm talking to you. When I do my live streams and I'm playing Conspiracy Music Groove music, what do? I turn the radio down, then I talk. It's that easy, guys. I don't have him, space is fake, and still talk to you. What the hell? No. Be respectful and allow people to talk. And please don't talk for 10 minutes continuously. What is it so important? You're all talking about the same thing. Water is wet. Okay, well, let's talk about that for 45 minutes. Okay, well, water is wet. You know, when you touch things, water is wet. And then when you put things on things that are, they become wet, and then the wet becomes, and they sometimes become dark. And then when you put toilet paper in, it's wet. It gets sobs up the water, and the water becomes less in this container, and because there's more into here, and sometimes water comes from the clouds above us, and when it rains, and then the ground gets wet, and the cars get wet, and the animals get wet, and everything's wet, and I get wet because my bald head gets wet, and then everything's wet, and I'm wet, and this wet, and then sometimes when you put water into a glass, it contains itself, and the water's wet, and the glass is wet, and then there's wet stuff on the outside because of condensation, and this is wet, and that's wet, and when you do your laundry becomes wet, and this is wet, and that's wet, and then when you put the fire out with water, and that's wet, and then the wood's wet, and the ground's wet, everything's wet, and wet, and water's wet. Water is cool, water's hot, sometimes warm. Water, you put water in the tea, you put water in the coffee, and you put water in the pool, and you put water in the hot tub. What? Shut the hell up. We just need to get to the point. Water is wet. Okay, next subject. I'm just saying. If we want to talk about maps for 14 hours, fine, good. If we want to talk about Antarctica, okay, let's do that. But allow people to come in, because you're making, here, let me give an example. I'm talking about my car, okay? People who don't know anything about Subarus, they will want to ask me questions. I can't talk for 10 minutes because that first minute I said something about my car. Maybe it's about the engine, maybe it's about safety. They might want to ask you a question, but you're not allowing them to ask you a question. Maybe people don't want to ask questions. I don't know. You were not taught to ask questions, but I ask questions. I ask like 10 questions for every statement or presentation, whatever you're saying for that first minute. I've already got 10 questions. And I can't ask those if you keep going for the 10-minute conversation and I'm just like, hey, I've got questions. Where are you going? It's just so mind-boggling to me. We have to allow people to talk. When I have people on my stream, do you notice I shut the fuck up? Then when I went onto Queen Vicky's live stream the other day, do you notice how polite I was on that stream and how I shut the fuck up? Because there was 3 people trying to talk at the same time. Why having me talk over top of those people would be absolutely insane. I wouldn't even know where to go. I might as well just sit here and wait for the 10-minute conversation for a space to jump in there and try to talk or ask a question. I'm just saying, it's just mind-boggling sometimes. Like, sometimes I will sit there for 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. Do you know how long that is when you're talking? What if I want to ask you a question during that 5-minute conversation? How do I do that? Explain that to me so I can understand where you're coming from with these 5 or 10-minute statements. Get to the point. Okay, well, my country is this and that and this and that. End of the story. Pow! Done. Canada, it's large. There's lots of flat places. The people here are wonderful. We have great healthcare. End of story. Done. Okay? We don't need to talk about stretch out that healthcare for 10 minutes and then how flat it is for 10 minutes. And then the whole conversation becomes 30 minutes of blabber. Get to the point so people can come in and say, oh, well, it's really that flat, Mr. Jojo? And yeah, well, how is the healthcare? Explain that to me. But quickly, 2 or 3 minutes. Well, the healthcare is like this. You know, we pay taxes, blah, blah, blah. Da, 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 da. When I go to get my appendix removed, there's 0 cost. And I'm let go after a day or so and everything's good. I don't have to pay no bills when I leave the hospital, blah, blah, blah. End of story. Done. All right, your turn to talk. You know, we don't need to go forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, okay? Again, actions speak louder than words. I'm just saying, okay? And again, I need to present that I'm not angry or mad or upset at anybody right now. Nobody. I want to give everybody hugs, but we need to just calm down on the discussions. Like I told you, when I was on my live stream, I got up from the live stream, walked down the hall, which is probably 50 feet or more, 60 feet down the hallway, to get my laundry. And I came back and they were still going. Like, it's my stream. Can I not talk? Or is it not allowed? I have no idea. Maybe somebody can send me the YouTube 101 rules and regulations on how to present my YouTube channel. Again, like I said, I can't even have the name as my YouTube name. I can't even have my name. I'm being questioned about my name. My own fucking name on YouTube I'm being questioned about. Why do you have that name? It's not your real name. Whoa. Flat Earth Banjo, that's not his name. Why aren't you questioning him? Go question him. Why do you have that as your name? That's not your real name. Are you kidding me? I can't. That's what I mean. I get bullshit. I get phone calls. I get people telling me what to do, how to do it, what to wear, who to like. Change your fucking name, grow some hair, cut your fingernails. You guys, you don't get it. I get shit on 24 hours a day. I have multiple emails coming to me from people trying to shut me down. And yet I'm supposed to remain calm and happy and go lucky, man. This has been happening for 10 freaking years, guys. This is not just last week's episode, okay? This is from long time ago. Everything that I do upsets people because I'm very honest and truthful towards the community, okay? I may get upset from time to time. Oh, sue me then, okay? I didn't know I couldn't have any feelings, okay? So please, I am not disrespecting anybody at this moment in time. But if you want to have a conversation, have a conversation. DJ Moon, good to see you there. Rachel Revolutions is pissing herself laughing. And you have a pretty big house, I guess. I don't know who you're talking to, but I do not have a big house. No, I live in an apartment. Oh, you're talking about walking down to the laundry? No, I live in how big is this apartment? 400 square feet or less? I have no idea. It's very small. I can take 3 steps and I'm in the washroom, okay? I try not to do it in the live streams. Again, Ryan, hey man, just do you, buddy. It's just I always go end stream when people are just like this. I don't know. Who are you supposed to listen to? If you went to court, would you talk like that to the judge? You're wasting his fucking time, man. Shut up. Listen is a skill, and use this, please. Remember, I don't know if it's just me, but when people say something, whether it's about the moon or us spinning or what are the stars, what is this? How does this work? How does that work? Or somebody has an explanation of something, how it works. How does this engine work? How does this tire work? How do the trees survive? How do they produce oxygen if they do? I'm already asking 10 questions and I'm already thinking about things that you've said 5 minutes ago. I'm still thinking of those things because I want to figure it out. It's just not yes or no. See, the thing is, I think we get this from school. We were not allowed, I did, and it frustrated me all the way back from then. Why can't we say yes or no to an answer? Because that's what it should be, yes or no. It's not a 15-paragraph answer. You're wasting my time, man. Get to the point, okay? And so in relation to the questions should never stop. Not just say, okay, oh, that works. Hey, Johnny said that the moon is triangle. Yeah, okay. So now, hey, Sam, did you know that the moon is triangle? That Johnny said the moon was triangle. Again, where are you coming up with this information? First of all, let's back up a minute or two. Let's start looking at the moon, observing it, recording it, marking it down, what we're doing, what the date was, blah, 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 blah. Documenting that the moon is roundish. I see no physical evidence that the moon is a triangle. And again, if somebody records it as a triangle, okay, well, now we need to look at that video. We need to think about where he is, what kind of bullshit he's recording with, if he's recording through airplane windows or through his car window, through his bedroom window, blah, 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 blah. What is creating this moon to go a triangle? Because when I go outside, it's not a triangle. You know, oh, well, so-and-so, and well, now we've got 4 people in the chat room. We've got 4 people in the chat room. Oh, well, I've seen the sun in the horizon, and there was 2 suns there. Yeah, okay. But I only see it when there's the fucking smoke from the forest fires. Again, is your brain made out of mush, baby food? You just looked up 6 hours ago and there was not 2 suns. Oh, but there's 2 suns in the horizon. Can you see that, Mikey? Look at that. That guy recorded it with his P900. Oh, he recorded it with his damn cell phone. What? No, there's not two suns. Where the hell is there two suns? Show me the two suns. Show me. Go outside every day for the last 250 years. You will not see two suns. I don't know where you're going with that. What two suns? What two suns? You got two suns jammed up your ass? I don't know what the heck's going on here. Anyways, Effie had some great moon footage. What happened to the next flat earther since... What happened to the flat earthers since 1 week? Use your brains. I pay $1,500 for about 400. Holy shit. Ouch, Rachel. Well, I've got some issues, so I've got discount. I pay... You don't want to know what I pay. I can't even remember, but it's... I think it's $460. Oh, there's a slap in the head from Rachel. Oh, that hurt, Rachel. Come on. Now you got to kiss my head better. This one. For those of you minds out there that are in the gutter. Okay, I don't like talking this much. I would rather go have a shower because the sweat is now accumulating and drying out and creating a very hard shell on my skin. You could probably shoot bullets at me and they would bounce off. What time is it? 4:40. Holy cow, I gotta go for sandwiches. Okay, I gotta go have a shower, guys. I'm gonna be late. Okay, I don't like being late. Peace out, guys. Mwah! And if you want nails like me, I can't do anything about it, buddy. Or ladies. Because I've had compliments from ladies yet, too. So, anyways, I like having nails myself. Easy for peeling off stickers, opening up packages, picking your nose. Okay, I got 20 minutes. I gotta go have a shower, even though it takes about 30 seconds to have a shower. But anyways, I'm blabbing on. Ryan S., you have a fucking sensational day, buddy. All right? And don't eat yellow snow. If you want yellow snow, I'll bring you some in November. Okay? I don't think we'll have snow by then, but yeah. All right, guys. So actually, I might come see you. You're in California. I'm going to see Matthew in November-ish, late October, November. I'm trying to figure out my route there. Again, Super Chat's welcome, PayPal, whatever, but we'll leave that until after summer. And I just go where I'm wanted. Thanks for the fun, Mikey. Goodbye. All right, thanks, guys. Peace out. If you want to join me in the shower, you're going to have to knock at the door and come in yourself. So, all right, guys and gals, have a good one. Peace out. Don't blow bubbles with soap. I don't even know what that means. Anyways, woo, have a good one. Don't blow bubbles with soap.